everybody for coming. This is our 15-year anniversary, and a lot of things have happened in 15 years. So, what was life like back in 1997? That was Bill Clinton was getting inaugurated for the second time. IBM's Deep Blue defeated Gary Kasparov. That was kind of a landmark event. Timothy McVeigh was convicted of murder and sentenced to death. The Woolworth Company finally closed down after 117 years. And Steve Jobs returned to Apple that year. And the most important thing is divorce finally became legalized in Ireland. So over the last 15 years, the DaVinci Institute has survived everything from the dot-com boom and bust. We survived Y2K. I guess everybody survived that. September 11th, we survived the Gulf War, the stock market crash in 2007 and 8, and over 17,000 political crises along the way. So we have a lot of events that we're doing at the DaVinci Institute. This Saturday, anybody that's interested, we're going to do an intro to HTML and CSS. So if you're interested in doing websites, this is a great class to just get up to speed on. Richard Jones is going to be teaching this class. He's a real expert. He's going to be teaching classes for us with DaVinci Coders. And so if you're thinking about entering the coding world, this is a great class to do that. And if you talk to us, we'll give you a special code to get in for free. Anybody that's attending here today, we'll get you a code to get into that event for free on Saturday. Anybody that wants to learn how to be a good photographer, we have a class that goes from August 18th and 25th. It's 2 Saturdays in a row. Eli Vega is teaching that. He's an excellent teacher on this topic. Accidental inventions. How many times have you had something go wrong and you figured out a better way of doing things? And this is something that has launched a lot of big businesses. Some accident that was people make lemonade out of lemons. A professional speaking boot camp on September 15th, and then on September 29th is our Inventor boot camp. We have some excellent inventors coming in that will tell you about all the ins and outs of becoming successful. Now, earlier this year, we started a new program here called DaVinci Coders. DaVinci Coders is an 11-week full immersion program to learn how to become a professional software programmer. And the class started on June 4th, and we are about 3/4 of the way through with our first class right now. If you look in the classroom, you'll see some of the students working in there. They're actually only in class 10 hours a week, but then it's a full-time commitment, though. You need to plan at least another 30 or 40 hours in your day, in your week to learn this. It's very intense. The program is beginner-based, so you don't need to know about programming to get started, but it helps. It's for passionate, driven people that are really interested in getting into this. It's a transformative, life-changing experience. It all happens in less than 90 days. So where else can you go to reboot your skills and start a whole new career in less than 90 days? On August 24th, we're going to have our graduation. Will be in here, and each of the students are going to be demonstrating what they learned. It'll be a fun, festive day. So if you can make it that day, it'll be a lot of fun. Each of these students then gets their level 1 certification, and hopefully they're ready for the to enter the job market. Our next classes, our next round of classes are going to start on September 24th. That's a month later. We're actually offering 2 different tracks on September 24th. Ruby on Rails will be one track. Ruby on Rails is a programming language that is kind of the back-end language. It's one of the real hot languages out there that everybody wants right now. And the other is JavaScript, HTML5, CSS. That'll be taught in the afternoons. So who's using Ruby on Rails? Amazon, Groupon, Living Social, lots of major companies. Ruby on Rails, if you look at the salaries that programmers are getting nowadays, they're doing okay. And this is going up dramatically. So the companies that are using JavaScript, companies like Yahoo, Google, IBM, Microsoft, Facebook, everybody that's into the mobile apps has got their fingers in JavaScript. So here's what's kind of driving all this. There's a huge demand for programmers right now. Projections show that by 2020, over half of all the job openings in the coder world are going to go unfilled. December 14th will be the completion date for the next class. And any of you that want to know more about DaVinci Coders, it's a $6,000 full immersion program. And you spend a lot of time thinking about coding. So if you know somebody that wants to reboot their life, it's a great opportunity. Just go to DaVinciCoders.com. You can find out a lot more. Or feel free to set up an appointment with Deborah and myself, and we can talk you through all of the options here. The other big thing I wanted to mention is the Inventor Showcase that we're doing on October 13th at the Denver Merchandise Mart. This is going to be a huge event. Our keynote speakers are going to be Teresa Stanek-Ray. She is the Deputy Director of the U.S. Patent Office. Now, the Patent Office is setting up a new branch office in Colorado. We haven't got the exact location nailed down, but they've already said that they're going to be hiring 1,000 people for patent examiners. There's over 700,000 patents in the backlog right now, and so there's a huge demand for more people to be examining patents. Patent examiners make a lot of money too. After 4 years, they're making over $100,000 a year. So Teresa Stanek-Ray is coming out to talk about the new patent office in Denver, and you can quiz her on all the ins and outs of applying for a job there. Louis Foreman is the editor of Inventor Digest magazine. He's the also the founder of Edison Nation. He has a $25 million fund for funding inventions. He's going to be there. And the other keynote speakers are going to be the Edison 2 team that won the X Prize 100 mile per gallon car competition. They're coming out from South Carolina, and they have created this ingenious car, and we're working on them actually bringing the car along, and so that we will actually hopefully they'll be giving rides in the parking lot. That'll be a lot of fun. It's going to be held at the Merchandise Mart, at the Plaza at the Mart. It'll be 2.5 times as much space as we had last year. This is our 8th annual event. It's the 8th year that we're doing this. And one new thing that we're doing is we're doing our own version of Shark Tank. For those of you who know about Shark Tank, some of the inventors are going to be pitching to some angel investors, and this whole thing is going to be hosted by Dave Taylor. You know Dave, he keeps things very entertaining, and so this will be a lot of fun. So that's happening in the afternoon. So you come to this event, you get to not only see the inventions, you get to talk to the inventors and find out what the hell was going on in their mind when they created this crazy thing we're working on. Fabulous day. So join us for that. And any of you that want to know more about the DaVinci Institute, feel free to talk to Deborah, myself, or to Kyler here. He's our expert on the showcase. So. And with that, I would like to introduce you to one of the companies that has been part of the DaVinci Institute here ever since we expanded into the co-working space. Altius Space is a space company, and they're right here in this office right here. So they're changing the world right from this little space here. Bill, would you like to come on?
Good morning. I'm Bill Bolton. I'm the Vice President of Business Development for Altius Space Machines. And our thing is we can reach out and grab anything in space. One of the, little bit of show and tell, this is what we commonly call a gripper. This is part of a NASA small business contract we won This was designed to grab a small silver ball on part of the Mars sample return mission that got canceled. The idea was a lander would land on Mars, scoop up some Mars dirt, shoot a canister into space, an orbiting satellite would come along, reach out, grab the canister, and take it back to Earth. And how does it reach out? Well, some folks developed a really long boom material. Now, if you mount this gripper on the end of the boom, you can reach out a very long way. And this is actually a short one. We're looking at developing right now at the moment a concept for the ISS space station where we can reach down 25, 30 meters, take a payload that someone wants to return, give it a fling backwards. In other words, the space station's flying this way. We throw it backwards at about this fast. Not very fast at all. In 3 hours, it's 10 kilometers in front of the space station and can deorbit itself or do whatever it wants to do. So that's this kind of stuff we're working on, real short net sweep. If you have any questions, feel free, come by. I'm in the office. Thank you.
Please do. Okay, on three. 1, 2, 3. Cut. Yay!
Thanks, Lisa.
Oh, you're so welcome.
Whoa. Okay, now who is really good at cutting cake, like straight lines?